Hi there, grade 8 pageants. We are already on the sixth week 6 of our module-based instruction, and our topic is already presented on your screen. For this week, we will be talking about transition signals. And you know what we usually do before we proceed to our lesson proper for the week. Let us review first our previous lesson, which was about modal adverbs. So try to recall, what are modal adverbs? Once again, modal adverbs are adverbs that show modality. So since they are adverbs, I told you that they are responsible for describing or giving information to verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs. But the highlight is that they show modality. Second review question, what are examples of modal adverbs? So like I said last time also, most examples of modal adverbs end in ly. Most ha, not all. So just to give you an idea of the examples nga na-discuss naton, we talked about possibly, likely, surely, requisitely, obligately, okay? So kung nalipat, kindly go back to your modules and look for the examples of modal adverbs there. And we have the following lesson objectives for the week. One is to identify transition signals used in sentences and paragraphs. So you already have an idea there kung ano ang pulos ang aton transition signals based on objective number 1. Ginausar ni sila sa sentences kag paragraphs. Objective number 2, classify the type of transition signals used in sentences and paragraphs. There are a lot of families of transition signals, and one transition signal could belong to many families. We will find out some examples later, and we will also know the different kinds of or types of transition signals. Objective number 3, scan texts rapidly for connecting words or expressions that signal sequence. We will also try to appreciate later on kung ano ang pulos sang aton transition signals kay you will be asked later to find transition signals sa paragraph. Kag like what I said, makita nyo kung kinahanglan naton i-discuss ang transition signals. They are very, very important in writing sentences and in writing paragraphs. And that is one thing that you will learn today. You already know how our lesson flow usually goes. At this point, I will be asking you to get your notebooks and get your modules and answer first what's in on page 4 and what's new, likewise on page 4. After answering, you can get back to watching the video and probably we can start with our lesson proper. So to give you a hint of how important transition signals are, try to analyze the following sentences. Let's read them all together first. 1, 2, 3. Threats and trials were rough. Life is full of challenges, but meant to be well. So I highlighted the words and but there. Now, basic English naton, basic knowledge naton sa English is that ang and kag but, they are conjunctions, di ba? Connectors. So ang and kag but actually are two examples of transition signals. Kag kung makita nyo, may ara na kamo idea kung ano ang pulos nila sa sentences. So as we go along, I hope you will understand better kung ano pagid ang iban nga purpose ng aton transition signals. So this is the direct definition or the clearest definition of what transition signals are. Transition signals are words and phrases that connect ideas of sentences and paragraphs for coherence. Okay? So once again, let's try to parse our definition and try to look for the important words keywords there. So first is they are words and phrases, meaning may ara transition signals nga tag one word lang, may ara man transition signals nga pwede group of words. Makita nyo ng examples later. So for example, we have the words kagina and kag but, di ba? So they are just one word, but again may ara kita iban nga examples ang transition signals that go in phrases or group of words. So ikaduwa nga highlight, they connect ideas. Okay? So, ginagamit naton gali ang transition signals sa sentences kag sa paragraphs para mag-connect sang ideas. To what end? So that we can attain what we call coherence. So, maghambal kita coherence, mabalaan mo man na, for example, kung ang imo ginabasa nga paragraph, for example, hindi ka kainsindi kay lapta katama ang ideas. Kumbaga sa aton pa sabog ang ideas, lagyo anay katama ang ideas, or hindi mo makita ang connection. Now, ang purpose ng transition signal is it serves as a glue. 'Di ba? Kay gina-connect yung gani mga ideas, gina-connect ang imo mga paragraphs para i-hold together ang imo paragraph para again ma-attain ang coherence, or sa Tagalog pa ang coherence kaisahan sang imo paragraph. Okay? Sige, ikaduwa. They also indicate building up new idea or thought, or compare ideas or draw conclusions. Okay? So, damo-damo purpose ang aton nga transition signals. Pwede sila maka-build up new idea. It means, mag-introduce sang isa pagid ka idea para daw smooth lang ang flow. Halin sa isa ka paragraph, pakadto sa isa ka paragraph, para smooth ang flow, usaran sang transition signal. Pwede man sila maka-compare sang ideas for comparison, and pwede man sila maka-draw conclusions. So once again, these are the importance of transition signals. Ano ka-importante ang transition signals? Very important para ma-attain ta ang coherence or ang kaisahan sang paragraph or sentences also. Now that we understand what the purpose of transition signals are, let's talk about the common types and functions of transition signals. So the first family or first type is the comparison or contrast transition signal. So the purpose of this is they point out alternatives or differences. Okay? So may ara na kita dira mga examples nga daan. Please take note that the examples nga makita ninyo diri sa aton nga screen are the same examples nga ara sa inyo module. And please also try to get yourselves very much familiar with them. Kay the same set of probably the same set of examples or words will be used in your activities later. So, ang comparison or contrast ka transition signals, ginagamit para magpakita sang alternatives or options or differences. What transition signals are used to show comparison? So, we have the following: as, also, likewise, similarly, in the same way. Amo na sang ginagamit para magpakita sang comparison, otherwise known as alternatives or options. Now, the following naman are used for contrast. We have but, despite, however, even though, on the contrary. Now, ang nabalaan talang ya but, di ba? But actually, we have a lot of words that have similar function with but. Pwede kita kausar despite, pwede kita kausar however, even though kay ulo ang gid malang Japon, or very much similar ang meaning nila sa but, because all of them actually show contrast. And here is an example paragraph that shows the use of comparison or contrast type of transition signals. Let's read all together in 3, 2, 1. My mom loves pasta, but she dislikes spaghetti. Similarly, she did not like lasagna. On the contrary, she loves macaroni. Likewise, she loves pancit guisado, pansit bihon, sutanghon, and palabok. Okay, so as you know already, ang mga nakapula, amo na dira ang aton nga transition signals. So ang trick para makita nyo gid kung ano gid ka importante ang aton nga transition signal sa sentence, try nyo or tilawan nyo nga panghuaon ang aton transition signals. Kaglantawon nyo kung paano na siya ninyo basahon. Although, makita naton nga kompleto man Japon ang paragraph, but you can see a lot of differences kung may ara siya transition signal kag kung wala siya transition signal. Okay? I will try to read it for you nga wala ang transition signal. My mom loves pasta. She dislikes spaghetti. She did not like lasagna. She loves macaroni. She loves pansit gisado, pansit bihon, sutanghon, and palabok. So, amo to siya ang paragraph nga wala sang transition signal. What have you noticed? Kompleto Japon ang sentences, or yes, kompleto ang sentences, pero ang smoothness ng paragraph is naapektuhan. Kay, sagi ka untat-untat basa, nagapundo-pundo ka basa because may period, kag wala may naga-connect nga word. Okay? So, kumbaga, kung wala siya sang transition signals, wala coherence or wala kaisahan ang paragraph. Lapta ang imo nga ideas. That's why, sulit-sulito naton, ang transition signals, they are very useful in writing sentences and writing paragraphs. We have the second type of transition signals, which is chronology. So, ang chronology nga transition signals, they help define time or show sequence. Okay? When we are writing, for example, a narrative paragraph, do you still remember it? It means ang paragraph nga nagasugid sang story or kung ano ang natabo. Chronology types of transition signals are very useful. So we have the following examples. We have the words after, later, before, next, during, simultaneously, first, soon. Remember also, as sort of a reminder, hindi tanan nga examples sang transition signals na butang diri. Okay? They are just representatives of the examples in the chronology family or chronology type of transition signals. Let's read once more the example paragraph. Before you go to the stadium to watch your favorite basketball game, make sure that you have your snacks and video camera that you will use during the game. Later, you will find it enjoyable when you can simultaneously eat while videotaping. And you have there the transition signals before, during, later, and simultaneously. Once again, they're called chronology types of transition signals because they help you tell a story in sequence or in their proper arrangement of events as they happened. The third type is cause-effect transition signals. These ones show the consequences of an action. So, pwede, may ara kita transition signals nga nagapakita cause, may ara man nga nagapakita effect. So, what transition signals can we use to show cause? We have accordingly, because, due to, and since. For effect, we have consequently, as a result, therefore, and the most common, we have so. Here's an example paragraph for you. Since you have been a consistent honor student and a skillful one, there would be a possibility that you would graduate cum laude or be cited with Technical Skills Award in college. As a result, you would have a better chance to find a job or to be an entrepreneur because some companies prefer those applicants with impressive school records or those with technical skills. What transition signals do you see in the sentence? We have since, as a result, and because. What do these transition signals give you? They give you, or they signal that you are reading a cause and effect statement. The fourth type of transition signals is the illustration or example. So this family usually adds emphasis or introduces evidence. So ang ginagamit natin nga transition signals to illustrate, we have to demonstrate, pwede man ganit to illustrate, specifically, truly. In giving examples, we can use the transition signals, for example, such as, namely. So I hope by now nakita na ninyo, base pa lang sa mga examples nga ginahatag naton, kung ano liwat ka-importante ang transition signal sa aton nga sentences kag paragraphs. So example paragraph, Mateo loves vegetables. Truly, he is happy to eat those every day. Specifically, pinakbet, chop suey, and vegetable salads. To demonstrate his love for vegetables, Mateo is planning a vegetable socials with his friends. Now, the paragraph makes use of the transition signals truly and specifically to show or to illustrate or demonstrate. And then we have the addition type of transition signals. So sa ngalan pa lang, we can already deduce or predict that this kind rather of transition signals adds information or reinforces ideas. Mas ginapabakod ang ideas nga ginahatag nimo or pwede man naga-add sang information. So you have there furthermore, in addition, also, as well, moreover, equally important, and then. So probably, the addition kind of transition signals is one of the most common family of transition signals. Kaya mo ni usually ang isa sa mga pinakaginausar gid naton. Example paragraph, Gabriel loves, respects, and obeys his parents. Moreover, he helps in the household chores if he is not studying. Furthermore, he is grateful that his parents are very supportive in every task he does. So once again, you have there, and, moreover, and furthermore, being the transition signals used to show addition. The sixth type is clarification. The clarification kind of transition signals usually shows support, or of course, to clarify things. Examples, that is, I mean, in other words, to put it in another way, kalawig, like I said kagina, ang transition signals nga iban, they are in the form of phrases or group of words. I'll continue, under certain circumstances, and in this case. Sample paragraph, I love going to school. That is, I like it very much. In other words, I want to learn more. To put it in another way, school is one of the best places I need to go for me to learn better. Okay? So kung na-notice nyo pagigali ang transition signals, mas nagapanami sa dulunggan. Mas ginapanami ang paragraph para mas nami pamatian because again, mas hapos or mas nagahapos ang flow or ang smoothness ng paragraph. Seventh type is qualification, which presents conditions or intentions. Examples, almost, probably, with this in mind, possibly, frequently, never. Sample paragraph. With what was possibly the greatest fight of all times, the Filipinos in the front lines faced the pandemic with bravery. They almost gave up but recovered. With this in mind, Filipinos have proven time and again to be resilient. So the paragraph makes use of the words possibly and almost, and the paragraph with this in mind to clarify ideas. And then we have the last, probably also one of the most commonly used transition signals. They are the summary or conclusion type of transition signals, usually found at the last paragraph. They are used to restate ideas. So we have the following examples to summarize things. As can be seen, given this point, to summarize, to sum up, and so. In concluding, you can use the following transition signals. In the long run, in conclusion, to conclude, therefore, and finally. Kindly look at the sample paragraph. All the documents have been presented and, as can be seen, the facts are clear. Given this point, it is time to correct the practices that do not conform to the policies. In the long run, the nation and the people will benefit from this change. So the use of the transition signals, as can be seen, given this point and in the long run, of course, they are the summary or the conclusion type, gives the tone of finality. Nga daw ma-feel mo gid nga may gina-conclude or may gina-finally assert ang aton nga paragraph. That's another important use of our transition signals. Now we are completely done with our discussion. So let us just summarize everything that we have learned today. So try to recall again, what are transition signals? So once again, transition signals are words or phrases that connect sentences or paragraphs so that we can achieve what we call coherence, or sa Filipino again, kaisahan, para hindi lapta ang ideas. What are the types of transition signals? So we discussed the following. We have comparison contrast, chronology, cause effect, illustration example, addition, clarification, qualification, and summary or conclusion. Lastly, try to give some examples of transition signals. I don't have to give any because kadamo-damo to kag ginasang examples nga nahatag naton. You can just try to answer this question in your mind and give mentally some examples of transition signals. So I hope you understood our lesson really well, and I hope you are ready now to apply your learnings on transition signals and answer our activities indicated on the next slide. Kindly answer the following on your notebook. What's more, activity 1, pick me out on page 8. Assessment 1, point me out, page 9. Assessment 2, classify the connections on page 10. Assessment 3, fill me in, page 11. What I can do, activity 1, point me out on page 12. Activity 3, write me down, 1 to 5 only, on page 13, and assessment on pages 14 and 15. This is where our discussion ends. This is where our discussion ends, rather, and I hope to see you again on the next video.